Well, here I am in my bathrobe and my wet hair, and I thought I was going to be able to relax tonight, watch a little Handmaid's Tale, have a little dinner, dry my hair, maybe even flat iron it, because the hubby is out with the boys. And I found my Boxyluxe on the porch tonight, so I was totally stoked about it. Well, I opened it up. For the record, today is September the 22nd, 2022, and the September of 2022, Boxyluxe was supposed to include the NATASHA DENONA Zendo palette, I think it was called. Now everybody was stoked for this palette because the palette, needless to say, was the value of the Boxyluxe box. I don't have to tell you all that. You all are probably here to listen to my rant. Everyone loves a good rant. Now, as we are 1 minute in, I don't have to tell you, by the title of this video, I didn't get the flippin' palette. Now, as of today, 9/22/22, apparently a lot of people didn't get this palette. So many people are not getting this palette that it seems like hour by hour as this night progresses, people are talking about it on Reddit, people are talking about it even on the Boxyluxe site and leaving reviews because it seems like nobody's even getting the same variation of box anymore. They're getting miscellaneous items to the point where I think somebody even said they got a June 2021 Boxyluxe or premium box or something. Like, I can't even remember what I read. So let me tell you this too. I went into my own account and clicked under where I could review the items that I got. It included the items that were advertised for this month's box. So even the variations, it included items that maybe I wouldn't get in my box, but that were advertised that could be in the box and that other people most definitely got in their boxes. So I thought, okay, well, definitely I'm gonna get one of these items. No, none of the items that I am supposed to have gotten in my box are even there for me to review. These include items like Kate Somerville Exfoliate. This is not by any means a bad item, but this is a repeat item that we've seen before in Boxy. Now, before I move on, I want to say that I am not a monthly subscriber to BoxyCharm. I used to be years ago. Now, why did I stop being a monthly subscriber to BoxyCharm? It's because the items were getting, in my opinion, cheaper. The items in the box became brands that I wasn't familiar with or interested in. And also, when I believe his name was Joe or Yosef, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, it seemed like once he left, things to me kind of changed and perhaps you could say went downhill. That's just my opinion. Now, I didn't really enjoy the variations anymore, so I quit subscribing. However, what I did like was the, Drop Shop or Boxy Shop. When they started doing that, I would subscribe to BoxyCharm so that I could have access to the shop. Really enjoyed the shop. Not so much anymore. I would spend a lot of money in those shops. I would buy gifts for the holidays. I would buy backups of things like skincare I would need. Again, not so much in the last year or so. Well, just like everybody else, I was duped for this month. I watched a bunch of creators unbox their boxes, and they even had their spoilers, like back in August, about the NATASHA DENONA palette. I am a collector of makeup, like many of you out there. Not necessarily a NATASHA DENONA eyeshadow fan, but I do enjoy eyeshadow quite a bit. And again, a collector, to the point where I even have a NATASHA DENONA Love palette that I haven't even opened. I haven't even used it. But this particular palette excites me. In fact, it's the only one I've ever really lusted after, but I just haven't purchased it on my own. So when I saw that it was coming in the BoxyCharm Luxe box, I decided to resubscribe for the box. I was waitlisted for maybe a day, and then I was told I was in. I figured that was probably a little bit of hype, probably a little bit of marketing tactic by them. Perfectly fine. So, box comes. Let's see what I got. Again, the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. I got a Hip Dot palette. Hip Dot's fine. I've actually wanted to try this brand. I've heard good things. It's a more affordable brand though that I don't normally go for. That's okay. I have opened it and I've looked at the colors, and the color story is beautiful. But it's one that honestly I might pass on to my young niece who's just getting into makeup. I got the Skin Camp Magic Eyes Hydrogel Eye Mask. I hate masks. These are those under eye gels. I got a pure makeup brush set. That's great. I can always use more makeup brushes. So can my young niece. I got the Fenty Kilowatt Highlighter in Metal Moon. Not really for my skin tone. It's kind of cool toned. I've been seeing this at TJ Maxx lately. 111 Skin masks. Some sheet masks. I hate masks. Awesome. A Persona lip gloss. This is probably the only item I'm excited for. And some skin towels. They're biodegradable. There's a pack of 25, and honestly, I really don't care that they're biodegradable. I think that these are terrible for the environment and a complete waste. So that's my box. There's not one item in there that was spoiled or advertised, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, please leave that in the comments below if anybody's even watching this. But Boxy, if you're watching this, I think a lot of people are disappointed in this, and this may be a turning point. I have never felt the need to come for BoxyCharm. In fact, when I opened my box, the first thing I thought of was, well, somebody's probably going to sell their palette brand new for maybe $30 or something, and I'll pick it up from Poshmark. But I'm pretty laid back about these things. Like, well, luck of the draw, you get what you get. But really, it was advertised that everybody was going to get that palette. There are way bigger problems in the world. I work for my city. I had a call to serve. I see the bigger problems in the world. But really, to me, this is false advertising. And I felt the need to make this video because it's not just me who got screwed. A lot of people got screwed, and $60 is a lot of money to people. Like I said, I can go out and buy the palette. If I want it so badly, I'll just go out and buy it. But a lot of people got screwed. Screwed. $60 is a lot of money. BoxyCharm, if you're listening, please just make it right. Please issue refunds or send people what they thought they were getting. And to everybody else who's watching this and maybe enjoyed this rant, thanks for watching, and I don't know. I hope I got your vent out if BoxyCharm does happen to be watching. Enjoy what you got, I guess. Have a good night.